Alright, welcome back to another video. So the plan for this project is to turn this square bowl blank, I think Padauk, I don't know, into a bowl, but I want to keep the corners. So essentially it'll be like, if you can imagine a bowl in here, with, yeah, so this would be the underside, and then it's call it out here, but then it sits on 4 legs. That's the plan. So the first thing to do is to drill a hole to fit in the woodworm screw, and then figure it out from there. I watched one video on YouTube about how to do this, so that's enough, right? Let's find out. Alright, so the plan is to true up this face so that it sits flat, so that everything is nice and even, and then I have to figure out how to cut in here and shape this side. So I think what I'm going to do is true up this face, shape this side, and then cut into here. So let's see how that goes. So we're not much faster than 500 RPM. Okay, so that's the idea. Alright, so this is now lower than the edges, not by much, maybe, like a 1/16 of an inch. Yeah, and these aren't quite straight, but I've marked out for a recess, and I'll start shaping the bowl from here so that I have an idea how far up I'm going to go. We'll see how that goes, really. The wind coming off this thing is really nerve-wracking. Okay, so I've gone some way toward shaping the inside or the outside of this bowl. It's not quite coming together the way I envisioned, but anyway, what I'm going to do now is place my tool rest, but is shape this outside bit. Oh, we're getting closer. It's not going to hold up too well. So I think what I'm going to try and do is come in from the inside and create that. I don't know. I might just lose these. I don't know. Alright. I really don't like how much overhang there is on my tool. Yeah, so now the other issue I'm facing is that the camera battery is dying. So I'm going to go plug that into charge while I continue working on this bowl. I don't know how long that's going to be, but that's where we're at right now. And hopefully I'll have made some progress. If I make any huge developments, I'll be sure to stop and bring you in. Right, so it's the next day now. I did manage to get some work done. These are a little bit deeper than they were yesterday. Yeah, I had to work from the inside out mostly. I did make one mistake, and I don't know how well you can see this, but the edges here are flat. I think these black spots are flat. Let me check the camera. Yeah, you can kind of see it right here. So I think if I were to do this again, I need to round this out first and then come in from the inside and clean it up. These are quite rough, so I have to figure out how to smooth that out. And then I would just sand all this off. So the plan for today really is to make some of this look nicer, turn this around, hollow it out, and see where we go from there. This thing here off Amazon. Never really used it before, so I'm gonna figure it out. Basically, you just go around and sand it. Excuse me. Now, how this is gonna work is to be found out, and how I'm gonna get inside here is another issue. But we'll deal with those as they come. So I'm starting with 80 grit. Yeah, 80 grit here, and see how it goes. I guess, you know. Yeah. That's okay. So maybe if I get it spinning, see how that goes. It's doing something. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to focus on getting rid of these. And we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I don't have a lock on this, on the headstock, so that's kind of annoying, but we'll see. Oh, this is going to take me a while. Alright. So I'll keep at that, and then I'll bring you back. So I am an idiot. This is what happened within like 10 seconds. The wax just built up on the sanding pad. So I tried this, and that's not going to work. So now I'm using this to scrape off. I'm sure some of you saw that coming. I should have seen that too. Alright, so I'll get as much of the wax off as I can with this knife, and then, yeah, get back to sanding. Alright, I think this is day 3 or 4 now. Sanding this thing is going to be the death of me. So I've come up with this little jig, I guess. I guess it's based on the Sandoflex. Yeah, and so go round. But the nice thing about this is it allows me to get in here and to make it a little bit more exciting. I can go in reverse too. Oops. Yeah. So that's that. Yeah, a lot of hand sanding, a lot of going back and forth over this. So I'm gonna go through. This is 100 grit, so I'm gonna go up through, I think 400, and then I'll flip it over and hollow it out. Yeah, the unevenness of this is really driving me nuts. Alright, so I've sanded everything up through 400. And I just, somehow, this is just not going well. I don't know when this happened or how or anything, but well, there's a divot there, and I didn't know what to do about that. I'm inclined to just take these off and just have some like little wings instead of feet. I wish there was some way for me to taper this down. Let me see if I can't do that. Taper this down somehow so that these look a little bit nicer as well. I might just screw up the whole thing. Who knows? Alright. Alright, I think I need to turn it around again, so I'm gonna... this is not going the way I'd like. So let me turn this around so that I can clean up those legs. See if we can't clean some of this up. What a mess this thing's become. Alright, so it just keeps chipping because these are way too thin now. So I'm just going to come out and take these off. And hopefully I can salvage something from this project. Oh, I'm annoyed. I seem to be making this project worse with every decision, so I'm not sure now what to do. I think I'm just gonna narrow this down. Alright, well, it failed. Catastrophic failure. Yeah, so I'm just gonna saw these off, finish up this bowl, order a new square one, and then go from there. Alright, so I've done hollowing it out. It feels even, but now it's time to sand everything. Oh gosh. Alright, so I'll do that through 400 grit, and then I'll put a finish on it, and I'll show you what it looks like. Hey folks, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. This bowl did take it out of me a bit, but it was a good learning experience and definitely something I want to try again. Yeah, let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions or comments for me, I would love to hear from you. Otherwise, yeah, thank you again, and I'll see you in the next one.